All right, so today we're going to be covering our July 2024 roundtable. And today's focus is really going to be about picking the right product. So that could be for anyone listening that maybe you're trying to get started on Amazon and you're not really sure what products interest you. Or it could be for those of you that maybe you already have an established catalog, but you're hoping to expand it and, definitely looking to find that next great product. So we're going to go through the rules to follow for picking a product, and then we're going to break down the different areas that our team looks at specifically when trying to find the next winning product. So starting off with the rules that we will call them. So the first is that we want the number one seller on Amazon selling at least $100,000 per month. We want the number 10 seller on Amazon selling at least 30,000 per month. We want the number 10 seller on Amazon to have less than 500 reviews. You can find at least one way to make your product different from or significantly better from your competitors. The price point falls between $9.99 and $150. Repeat purchase product, such as coffee, supplements, vitamins, it's a bonus, not a requirement, but it's a big bonus. You can clearly define and imagine who your ideal customer avatar is, making sure that you are creating a product that they can use consistently. Smaller and lighter, generally with Amazon, the bigger and heavier the product, obviously the higher the fees are. So we want to go for smaller and lighter if at all possible. You can at least have 5 other products that complement this product, because realistically on Amazon specifically, it's very challenging to be successful with just one product. So we definitely recommend a product that would go well with other products. I'll avoid low price commodities. And then also low legal liabilities or infringement issues, specifically focusing on patents and trademarks. So those are the rules we'll go ahead and focus on today as we're kind of talking through this. So the first thing that we recommend doing when looking for your next winning product is breaking down your revenue and pricing. So before you select a product, it's important to have a clear understanding of what is possible on Amazon. So we should be focusing on the following. So website revenue per month. So some of you guys might already have this, where maybe you already have this product on your website that you've created and you're thinking about taking it to Amazon or whatever the case might be. If you are able to have this information, it's a big plus because you can just see what is possible. Revenue per month on Amazon from the number one seller, revenue per month on Amazon from the number 10 seller, and then the average price of the product. So our team has found that knowing monthly revenue from your own website provides a benchmark for your expectations on Amazon. And then knowing the revenue from the number one seller provides insight into the maximum potential of the market. It really helps you set realistic goals, as well as understanding the market ceiling. The revenue of the 10th seller gives an idea of the lower end of the competitive spectrum. So the idea is that at the end of the day with Amazon, you're never going to get all of the customers. You're going to be getting a slice of the pie, and we want to make sure that slice is worth it. And lastly, just knowing the average price, ensuring that your pricing strategy is competitive, aligns with customers' expectations, and then also supports your business goals. You are able to find this information by using Jungle Scout and Helium 10. Those are both really great softwares that are able to grab this information based on search. That's how we would break down revenue and pricing. Now, moving on to breaking down your search and volume. Essentially, what we're looking for here is just getting an understanding of the niche and the category on Amazon, basically seeing where the demand lies, right? If there is demand, how much is there, all of that good stuff. So the first thing we're looking at is search volume, number of competing products, search volume and number of products that are going after that search volume, average number of reviews, and then an opportunity score. Our team has found that a high search volume obviously indicates strong demand. Many potential customers are looking for this product. So that's what we're looking for. We want to make sure that there is actually people searching this particular product. Now, a high number of competing products means the market is saturated. So we want to have a clear understanding on where that specifically is at. Now, a high ratio suggests that a market with high demand but relatively low competition is a better opportunity for new brands or products entering the market. Now, a high number of reviews means that the products have been on the market longer and have built a customer trust. So we're just trying to get an understanding of that. And then a high opportunity score indicates a promising market with a good balance of demand and manageable competition is essentially what we're looking for there. So breaking down your niche and category. So before you select a product, it is important to have a clear understanding of the niche and category on Amazon. So you should be focusing on a few different rules when you are looking to break down your niche and your category. So the number one seller on Amazon is selling at least $100,000 per month. The number 10 seller on Amazon is selling at least $30,000 per month. And then the number 10 seller on Amazon has less than 500 reviews. So our team has found that if your product fits into these rules, you're in pretty great shape because it shows that there's demand for the category, but it's not oversaturated or competitive. So you're able to get this information through Jungle Scout, Helium 10, and then also manual searches as well. So we have a template that our team uses when doing this type of research, essentially. So you can see right here that the suggested product would be the product that you are searching, essentially what you are interested in launching on Amazon. So an example ASIN, we highly recommend that you have an example ASIN and link to it, just so you have a reference of what you are specifically looking for in this. So if applicable, if you have the revenue on your website, like I said, this isn't a requirement, but if you're able to gather any revenue either from your own website or if you've done research on other websites, you are able to grab that. And then here is where you put the revenue per month on Amazon from number one seller and fill out all of this information. This is something we discussed throughout the presentation. So that's essentially what we are going to be looking for. Then you'll see starting in column M, it starts to be yes and no questions. So ultimately, D through L, that's all going to be information that you guys grab from Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, okay? And they'll have this information for you to be able to grab, okay? And then M through X is going to be yes or no questions, where essentially you're going to say yes or no if this new product you're interested in launching on Amazon does fit those parameters. And then additionally, off to the side here, you'll see that we have basically a grading scale. And this will help you decide if that product is a fit. So for example, we have this filled out here. This particular, fake product had 11 yeses out of the 12. So it scored a 90, right? So that would be a good product to potentially pursue. But if you're looking at a product and it's going, maybe like a 60 and 90, probably not 60 or lower is probably not a good product to go with. Okay, so that would be our recommendation. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drop this link actually in the chat so you guys can just download it and use it. You don't have to use it right away. You guys can use it whenever. And then I know it's not something that everyone needs right this minute. If you're watching this back, you can go ahead and just reach out to hello@TurnKey and they can give you the recording for you to review. Now, going back to our presentation here, that is the structure of the template. Now, there's obviously other aspects to consider. The numbers are really important. It's good that you have an understanding of the market and your category and just what the competition looks like, but there are other factors at play. So before you select your product, it's important that you have a clear understanding of how your product can stand out and be successful on Amazon. So you should be focusing on the following rules. So you can find at least one way to make that product interesting. If there's something that your competitors are lacking, we want to make sure that we are able to implement that. Now, the price point in terms of being competitive on Amazon, we generally see that $9.99 to $150. That's a sweet spot that we recommend. If you're below $9.99, it's very hard to compete, especially with Amazon's fees and the way they're structured. So that'll make it a little bit challenging. So generally we say you want to be between $9.99 and $150. You want to try to strive to have a repeat purchase product if at all possible. Generally what our team sees is those brands that are able to sell. Scale a lot of the times that repeat purchase products, because especially the way Amazon's structured, subscribe and save is a really, really great tool and it gets customers coming back consistently. So we definitely want to be participating in that if at all possible. Smaller and lighter, This goes into the Amazon fee structure as well. If your product is lighter and smaller, you're going to be paying less in those fees. So the smaller we can make the product, the better. Now, our team has found that the product that follows these rules have a higher success rate for a couple of reasons. So products that follow these rules stand out amongst the masses. That's a big thing. That's why we want to make this product a little bit different. You don't want a cookie cutter product that matches everybody else's. Price is obviously key. This is a no brainer. All of you guys listening to this know that when it comes to being successful on Amazon, you need it to be competitive or else you will get left behind. Now, if possible, we suggest launching that repeat purchase product. Again, it's not a requirement, but if you're able to find one that fits your niche, we highly recommend doing so. And then basically the big focus here is just that Amazon fees calculator, just making sure that everything works with your margins. It makes sense to be on Amazon. And for those of you that aren't sure what that looks like, we highly suggest checking out Amazon's free FBA calculator. You can go ahead and just do a search for that. Amazon makes that really easily available. So you don't have to be live on Amazon or anything like that to use it. Now, lastly, just breaking down your brand vision. So making sure you can define and imagine your ideal customer is super, super important. Ultimately, when it comes to Amazon, the goal is not for someone to buy just one product from you guys. We want them buying multiple. So in order to make that happen, you have to have a clear understanding of your avatar. So you can have at least 5 other products that complement that. So it's very challenging to be successful on Amazon if you only have one product. Now, it's definitely possible. I've seen brands do it. It's just a little bit more challenging. So just making sure that you have a plan to launch more products is the goal. So if you're in a position where you're looking to launch additional products, then realistically, what we would recommend is, basically having a game plan that you launch that one, but there's more through the pipeline. There's more coming up. That's what basically we recommend. Avoid low price commodities. So anything that's just super trendy or like really easy to make, just try to avoid those as much as you possibly can. And then if you can find products with competitors selling significant revenue while having bad or low reviews, such as less than 3.9 stars with only 5 or 25 reviews, this is also a good opportunity. Definitely a little hard to find. But definitely overall, what we want you guys to focus on is building a loyal fan base. It's key to growing your revenue on Amazon to help influence this. Amazon has tools like the storefront, Amazon Post, different things like that. So highly suggest making sure you have this brand vision before you launch any products, or if you're in the process of launching new products, making sure all of that fits together is super, super important. Being one product, like I said, it's possible, but it's challenging. So you want to make sure that you have others through the pipeline that you are planning to launch. And then, as we mentioned in that, Amazon FBA fees, just making sure you guys go through that is really important prior to launching. So that's all I have in terms of the product breakdown. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and reach out at hello@turnkey.